Hello. Okay, I'm Sherry Sellers, and I wrote two books. One I did, and I had it made through the Amazon, and it's just so that I could copyright it. So this is the generic version because I couldn't find the other version, which is much bigger with much bigger pictures. But I mean, at least it's copyright. So I'm going to start out with this book. It's only 10 pages, and then I'm gonna go to the real big story afterwards, which is better than this story. Okay, this is Ava and Pixie. I wrote and I colored this whole book. So, and it looks funny because I didn't know how to do it, so my friend, she did it for me and made it look a lot better. Okay, so this is Ava and Pixie. Hi, I'm Ava, and this is my unicorn, Pixie. Okay. Pixie and I have adventures every day. We have dance parties on the moon. See, they're dancing on the moon. Yeah, they're cute. Pixie loves to eat apples under the apple tree. We like playing and hiding in a field of flowers. There they are. And that's why we do it this way. We swim in the ocean with the sea creatures. And there's the dolphin and a seahorse, starfish, a turtle, Pixie and her little rubber thing. Okay. We float around on pretty white clouds. See? At the end of our day, we have a slumber party with our animal friends. And there they are, sleeping in their little sleeping bags under the stars. Good night, Ava and Pixie. The end. Oh. Okay, this is the real story. This is a story that I made up while I was in college. I had to write a little short story for my class, and this is the one that I came up with. I don't have pictures yet. I just wrote it and just kept it put away. But my boy Braden says it was really good and I should read it. So, Aiden's dinner time adventure. Little Aiden is a 6-year-old boy with a vivid imagination. He lives in a 2-story house with his mom and dad, his cat Tiger, his dog Maggie, and his lizard Rex. Little Aiden is playing with his toys in his room. Ah! Help us! Save the villagers! The huge cat known as Tiger has come to eat them all! Dun dun dun! Never fear! Super Aiden is here! Whoopsh! Aiden shouts, "Back! Back, you beast! Back!" Tiger charges after Aiden. Aiden draws his sword and charges right back. Just then, a bolt of lightning comes down and hits the beast. Is he dead? Is he alive? We don't know. Super Aiden drags Tiger out of the village and Aiden, it's dinner time, yells Mom. Oh, Mom, do I have to? Aiden replied. Aiden, Christopher, you get yourself down here right now. But, Mom, Aiden says. Dad calls from his office. Listen to your mother, son. Okay, Dad, Aiden says. Aiden opens up his bedroom door and makes sure the coast is clear. He checks left. He checks right. He slowly creeps out the door to the bathroom to wash up. While washing his hands, he hears a thump. He shuts off the water and dries his hands. He creeps slowly to the bathroom door, puts his ear to it, and listens. There are no sounds. He cracks the door slowly and looks around. He's back in the jungle. It's getting dark. He steps out ever so quietly and heads towards the edge of the jungle. Just then, a giant lizard jumps out. Ah! Aiden shouts. Aiden runs from the lizard quickly, but the lizard is gaining on him. Aiden jumps into the cave. He ducks down. The lizard sniffs around, but doesn't see Aiden, so he continues his search. As Aiden is catching his breath, he hears some chanting coming down the tunnel of the cave. He walks slowly down. The old man speaks. Come, Aiden. I've been expecting you. Aiden is surprised. As Aiden draws near, he sees the old man. He is dressed in an old cloak. How do you know me? Asks Aiden. I've been watching you for a while. You're growing into a fine young man, says the old man. Aiden looks around and sees potion bottles everywhere. I must conquer the giant lizard. I must find food to feed the villagers, but Aiden is cut off. To conquer the lizard, you must release a swarm of locusts and trap him in his cage. You must find the bag of hoppers and release them when the giant lizard is close to you. The hoppers are food and will curb the lizard's appetite. Now go, says the old man, and he disappears. Aiden turns to see the cave is now deep and dark. Did he imagine it? Was the old man really there? Aiden starts his journey down a dark tunnel in search of the bag of hoppers. Turn after turn, he runs into dead ends. He was ready to give up until he runs into little gnomes. What is your purpose here? Who are you? Says the leader of the gnomes. I am in the search of the bag of hoppers to conquer the giant lizard, says Aiden. He is here! He's finally arrived! He's come to save us and free us from this cave, the gnomes exclaimed. They led him to the darkest part of the cave. To get to the bag of hoppers you seek, you must only step on the dark squares to avoid certain doom, says the leader. When you have reached the end, a light will appear before you and the bag will be bright, says the gnome. Aiden made his way down the dark tunnel, hopping from square to square. Oh no! Aiden almost lost his balance. Whoa! I need to make a big jump, exclaimed Aiden. Whew! That was close. I need to be more careful. Aiden finally reaches the end and he sees the light on the bag. Aiden grabbed the bag of hoppers and hopped his way back very carefully. He ran to the edge of the dark tunnel and he made his way to the edge of the cave. Aiden looks around the outside of the cave. He doesn't see the giant lizard. He steps out of the cave and looks around. Just then, the lizard jumps out from behind a tree. Aiden falls to the ground. He rolls over to find the lizard over him. He releases the hoppers. The lizards become occupied and he starts to catch them. Aiden grabs some of the hoppers and grabs some of the hoppers and leads the lizard to the cage to trap him in. We're free! exclaimed the gnomes. Uh-oh. Damn it. I hit the wrong button. Okay. We're free! exclaimed the gnomes. They thank Aiden. Aiden, to get the food, you must climb down the steep steps of the mountain, says the gnomes. They guide him to the steps. Aiden starts to make his way down the steep steps when he suddenly slips. Aiden starts to tumble down when he feels a tug. It was the keeper of the steps, a big brown dog named Maggie. She is a friendly dog. She was massive and strong. She throws Aiden on her back and carries him the rest of the way down. Thank you, girl, he says. After his long journey, Aiden has finally made it to his destination. He finally found the food. Well, it's a about time, Aiden. I called you to the dinner table 10 minutes ago, says Mom. I know, Mom. I'm sorry, but I had to fight a lizard to get here, he says. Aiden eats and drinks. He packs some food up for the villagers and is on his way. Aiden makes his way back to the steep mountain steps. He gets all the way up to the top, and all was clear, or so he thought. He was almost back to the village when the tiger cat jumps out and tackles him to the ground. He drops the food. Oh no, he exclaimed. Tiger cat is scratching him all over. Aiden is struggling to get away when Maggie jumps out of nowhere and scares Tiger cat away. Aiden has returned to his village with the food. The villagers rejoice and give thanks. A big feast takes place, and Aiden is the hero. Aiden has not only freed the gnomes from the dark cave, but has also freed the villagers of the tiger cat. Back in the real world, Aiden gets into his pajamas, lays down in bed. He thinks about the big adventure he had with Maggie asleep at the foot of his bed, Tiger curled up next to him, and his lizard on his dresser. He falls asleep dreaming of the adventure he had getting to the dinner table. The end. Tell me what you think of my story. Bye.
All right, there we go.